Hey guys, Jason with Dark Energy Designs again. I'm going to show y'all real quickly. I had a couple of my friends ask me about this dragon head shoulder armor that I made. And let me show you what I'm talking about. This thing here. So, it's not done, it's not painted, it's not sanded. But they're asking me about the material. This is actually something called Worbla. It's a thermoplastic, and you basically make a mold, and on that mold you can put this thermoplastic, this stuff here, Worbla. It's kind of mentioned it before. It's shiny on one side and kind of textured on the other. The shiny side is a glue side, and basically it's just you heat it up and form it around your mold. So I thought what I'd do is I'd show y'all how to make a quick dome, or actually this dome is a breast cup for a suit of armor that I'm going to be making for Caitlin. And she said that she's going to help me with. How about that? So let me show y'all real quickly. I'll try and figure this out here. I got my phone all whacked out. Can y'all see that? Let's see. Yeah, you can see that. Alright. Sitting on top of my lamp. Hopefully that'll work. Alright, so let me show y'all. So basically, I just got a 140 millimeter acrylic half dome here, half sphere, and I'm just going to get a little bit of Vaseline, or any sort of lubricant really will work, but everyone seems to use Vaseline, so I'll use Vaseline. I used it on my dragon mold, and you should probably have a towel when you do this. And it's really simple. You're just going to take this dome here. I'm going to put this down. I'm going to put the shiny side down because I want the glue side facing down. I want the textured side facing out. So I'm just going to set it on here. I got a new heat gun, brand new heat gun. Yay. So I'll just turn this heat gun on and I'll kind of hold it on here and heat this up. Some people like to, well, you know what, I'll do like some people do. I'll heat it up first. A little bit, and then I'll go back and put it down. Good heat gun, but it doesn't blow very fast, but you know what, that's okay, it's gonna work. So it's just a little bit warm now, just so I can get it on there and get the basic. Look at that, brand new, it's smoking. And then I'll heat it up some more. I got it on here. You don't want to overheat it because you don't want it to burn. I'll just do that. And then I'll just start lightly forming this around this, pressing out all the creases and everything. Man, that thing is smoking. Just lightly press it around here. Try and that does not smell pretty. That's alright. It's new. I expected that. Try and get this in here nicely. I got some little wood tools. I'm just going to use these to push it down nicely. Get it all the way down there. And these are just wood tools for clay making. Yeah, I got a whole set of them, like 25 pieces for like $15 or something on Amazon. You know, you can use anything. You can use a spoon for all I care, or popsicle stick, or whatever. All right, and that's it. So now this has to cool down a little bit. And you got to be careful. I mean, I'm actually going to do 2 layers, but I'm not going to show you all that. I just wanted you to see how this thermoplastic works. It's very straightforward. We'll let it dry for a second. Or not dry, but cool down. You really should do this on top of wax paper, by the way. Just so it doesn't stick to, you know, the cardboard. I just don't want to, you don't want to do heat gun on top of your cutting mat, because it will, this cutting mat, while you can cut all day long on it and it's perfectly fine, but you get heat on it and it will melt. So you don't want to do that. So yeah, I'm gonna let that dry a little bit more, and later I'll come and put a second coat on it, and then I'll trim off the excess. And the excess these scraps can all be reused. So I keep a little bag of excess strips right here. Keep them all in a bag, and since it's self-gluing, you know, you can just heat them up, mix them together, put them together, and make a whole brand new piece. I save all the scraps, especially for little detail work or little horns that I'm going to be doing on Caitlin's armor. You know, that kind of stuff. And that's Worbla. This particular, most Worbla that you see is it's a light brown color. It's kind of like this color, and it's much more porous and much more textured. This particular brand of Worbla is something new that's come out not too long ago. It's called Black Art. Black Art because it's black, obviously, but it's very it's much less porous than the standard Worbla that you would use. There are also other kinds of thermoplastics. There you go. You got a nice booby cup. While it's still warm, I'm going to go ahead and trim this out. And you'll of course see later on how this is going to all piece together, you know, as I start to build her costume. I don't have any need for big breasts on my costume, and I don't know what size 140 millimeter is. Don't ask me if it's a 36D or something. I have no clue. I have various sizes too of these acrylic balls. I mean, you just buy them again on Amazon. Did I say Amazon earlier? I meant to if I didn't. But it's yeah. And then what I'll do is when the other armor piece comes along, I'll cut this so the top of the breast, you know, cut it somewhere along here to form it, and then the belly and the chest armor piece will come up underneath here, and this stuff will actually, that part will be made out of this stuff also, and it'll all be formed, and you'll just stick it to it. You know, once you heat the two pieces up, you just stick them right together, and you've got a solid piece. Again, this is pretty thin. There's lots of different ways to use this stuff. For the breast cup specifically, I am going to do, like I said, 2 layers of this so it's nice and strong. What I'll do for the armor is I'll do what's called a sandwich technique that they do, and basically it's you get a piece of this Worbla, and you actually do your basic form out of this 2mm craft foam, or you can buy this at Hobby Lobby, Walmart, wherever. It's just 2mm foam. I buy big rolls of it, and I'll cut her armor out of this, and then once I've cut her armor out exactly how it should be, this stuff's really easy to cut. I'll come back and I'll draw a template onto a full piece of Worbla, Black Art, but I'll make it the cut a little bit bigger, and the reason is because when you put it on top of this, you're gonna roll it over and fold it over the seam, and then there'll be another piece of Worbla underneath, and that's what's called sandwich, and it makes it really, really rigid. It's practically indestructible at that point. So, but it gives it some girth too with this 2mm craft foam in between. So yeah, there you go. I mean, that's the basis of Black Art and Worbla. A quick little introduction on how to use it. Super simple. I'll throw another piece on there here shortly, and then as I start working on her costume, I will, of course, upside down. I'll of course show you all how to assemble all of her pieces. Mr. Dragon here for my armor is going to sit, you know, on my shoulder as part of my knight armor, my dark dragon armor to go with the helmet. And that's it. So quick little tutorial on Worbla. If y'all have any questions, just ask me. I can tell you where to get it and all that good stuff. And thanks a lot. Talk to y'all later. Bye.